a Blue Moon pick.
Yeah.
So it's like seeing it's like seeing a squirrel in the Philippines. We know they exist somewhere,
Yes, they do somewhere.
right? But when was the last time you saw a squirrel in the Philippines, man?
I have a bad knowledge of ecology. I didn't even know there were squirrels in this country.
Exactly.
Huh.
So that's what this Guinevere is. It should
cool.
do wonders for Blacklist, given that it is a surprise pick. Not like the Angela that didn't work out much for Omega. Let's go to game 2.
So this time, Miko pretty much doing the same thing he did previous game, but, won't go down first blood under the minute here. So, yeah, he's going to be in a better position, I feel like, on this Cho pick. It's just, again, like you mentioned, Renmar during the draft, he does have his work cut out for him to be able to find, those pickoffs, especially with the way of Dragons later on when he hits that level 4.
Yeah. Oh, my Venus. And you have to watch other positioning, and as expected, Kelra and Omega doing everything they can to delay the farm and let Owl struggle, similar to what they somewhat did early on, but Owl's deaths early on came from a lot of engagements, really. Now this is just them poking him down.
Okay. Still, early game, poking back and forth. These are what both these teams like to do. I'm actually curious here, too, and from what we've seen with that matchup, the Fredrin and the Arlot, what makes it so that the Arlot is just better, I guess you could say, in terms of that matchup top lane?
It's his ability to clear the minion waves quicker while dealing damage to Renjo. And this isn't Fredrin with a concussive blast. Because of how fast he can clear waves while poking down Renjo, he can rotate faster, and that's a flicker burned by Kelra. A little bit too eager there, it looks like.
Yep, that's 2 minutes. 2 minutes that Omega have to be careful. But luckily enough, it's in the gold lane, far from where the big engagement's going to happen here. Renzo helping Ryzen out, get the pull on the first turtle.
Man, when you see that, you think, oof, because now, yeah, a troubling situation. Still going to be fighting for first turtle of the game. We know how the previous one went, all 3 over to the Omega. But Ryzen does secure it there. There's the way of the dragon. Miko's going to fall, though. First blood over to Yue. Still going to be looking for more. Feathered airstrike going to come down. Edward flickers himself, survives. No kills, no one falling down just yet in this part of the fight. Oh, my Venus, though, could be focused down. Here comes Ryzen. Looking for Edward if he can. The final slash going to come out. Edward, though, going to fall here. Now Ryzen still on the hunt. Won't be able to get Oh My Venus, though.
All right, long turn, but eventually pays off for Omega. That's a better trade, right? An XP laner for a roamer.
Yep, good trade. And they get the turtle as well, so that was a win for Omega in that scenario. And interestingly here, you see Owl actually rotating out of the gold lane more to get farmed through the mid lane. And good read by him to use the Cyclone Eye, feeling that Miko could have been potentially there. So this is Owl being proactive with his farming. He isn't just farming solely out of lane. He's going to the mid lane as much as he can.
He's got to confirm, gentlemen. I think Wise has double orange on him. He stole Ryzen's.
Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
Bad move there for Ryzen. And the Little Wanderer also went to the hands of Blacklist International. So it's a slight lead right now for the jungler of Blacklist. So no full item for
Agent Zero paid for that. Agent Zero paid for that with his life to get the Little Wonder and the double orange on Wise. Let's see if eventually it'll pay off. Still looking for that kick. Miko still hasn't got it yet, despite hitting level 4 about a minute earlier.
And right now, Miko's just positioning to look for that kick, and Oh My Venus, I think, reads it. There's a kick!
Yeah, way the dragon can come out. Looking for the kill. Can't get the Colt Altar off in time. Wise, though, going to get the knock-up. Miko takes quite a bit of damage. Couple hits away here. But they know they've got that little win. Omega with a kill. Turtle coming up in just a few seconds here.
Yeah, let's see if that was enough to somewhat delay the rotation there. But no, with both junglers in the bottom lane in that sequence, it's actually Wise going to be getting here first. So that is the orange muffler in the hands of Ryzen. Going on to the purple. Renjo's holding it for Omega. Good call there, bot lane. It's a 3-2 trade by Blacklist. They're sending 3 down to send 2 to the turtle.
All right, so it's turned eventually into a man-to-man defense. 3 down bot, 2 in the turtle. There's a pull.
They're gonna go ahead and fight for it. Ryzen able to secure the turtle there. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Oh My Venus did fall. Wise gonna be the focus once again here. A couple hits away, gets the knock up, but doesn't have the sustain as Renzio grabs the kill.
What a turnaround there for the Barangay. They read the 3-2 trade of Blacklist. They often do this where it's just Edward and Wise contesting the second and or third turtle of the game while sending the rest of Blacklist International to the gold lane. But Kelra and Omega survived there, even getting a kill, Omega getting a turtle, and they even got the Force Owl back with a great feathered airstrike by Stone.
Yep, and they're putting quite a bit of damage on this bottom lane tier 1, and eventually Kelra's gonna get it here. Ooh. So Omega with a great reset. I gotta say, it's trippy, gentlemen. It's trippy watching both a Lancelot and a Fredrin on the same side pushing for a turtle. That's scary.
Man, that's why the shift works so well in the draft. First pick that Fredrin, history, stats, everything. Tendencies of Omega have shown that was most likely a jungle Fredrin, but Omega said, you know what, it's a small thing. Our agile didn't work out in the first one, but we have our fair share of surprises prepared for the playoffs as well.
Yeah, I like it. And at the same time, you know, with that, 6 minutes in, Omega has a nice little bit of a lead to work with here. So they can take this to their advantage. Oh, bottom side though, Wise gonna miss that. Looking for Kelra. They might have to call this off. Another couple attempts here, bottom side. Miko's still gonna be on the hunt. He's looking for that way of the dragon. Use the conceal. Edward now joining the fight as well, but no one, again, they can't find anything, so they just back off.
All right, with that failed rotation, the engagement that Blacklist was looking for, I think Omega won. That was a small trade. That was like a phantom trade.
Yeah. It's not so obvious, but it's something, it's like a little thing that might have a big consequence later on.
It's like two Kung Fu masters whiffing and they're like, oh, I see.
Yeah, I see what you did there. That means that's that.
Oh, this one though, gonna be full on force, except for Edward. He's not gonna be here for the fight. Pushing him back to another feathered airstrike comes down, plus Yue's real world manipulation gonna force Renzio to flicker around. Owl though, taking the turtle there. He's able to secure that. There's the final slash. Stone has to fly away with the wings by wings. Not going to be enough. Wise grabs the kill.
Oh, he was shot down there, but I'm wondering how did Owl do that? Whoa.
Yeah, that was incredibly shocking. Ryzen got his retry off first. It looked like, was that the dash?
I think it was just a
light wheel just flying?
Was that a stray light wheel?
It was a stray light wheel that somehow got the turtle there for Blacklist International.
That was probably like calculated.
Calculated. But that looked incredibly unlucky for Omega. That was their turtle to have. But gotta give credit where credit's due. If he was gonna use the Phantom Step, that was the right time to do it.
It went from good to great for the agents. They got the pick off on Stone. Rather, the other way around. They got, random turtle, thanks. And then, boom, they barreled down on Stone. So, yeah. Oh, wait, looking for a kick here.
No angle.
All right, no one home. Okay, back to the reset. Blacklist still haven't capitalized on that win, but it's looking better. The map's looking better for Black.
Yeah, in a way, it's just, it whittled down that gold lead a little bit that Omega had. And you can see, right, the damage is starting to be there for Owl. There's a lot of focus here, especially against both those gold laners. Now they're still going to press the situation. Feathered Airstrike going to come down, trying to force out that Cold Ultra as it does. Kelra not going to find the connection there as Renzio falls. Trying to buy time for the rest of the team. Has to pay with it for his life.
Great team play right now we're seeing from the defending champions. And a great call by the Queen to push forward. They saw Renzio was out of position. And even if Omega would have bodies to commit and to respond, it was a sure thing that they walk away with at least a kill, and they got it, plus a turret up top.
Oh, and just a moment ago, the king of the jungle has demanded his tithe. He stole away Ryzen's purple. This is the purple-less Lancelot.
Oh, there you go. Miko gonna find the way the dragon angle he was looking for earlier. Gets Wise, all in time, now that the Lord is up here. So now that the ball is in the court for Omega to play with, they got to hold on if you're Blacklist International for that Lord not to be taken. Wise should be up in about 13 seconds. They're going to force Stone back with the real world manipulation. Miko still waiting patiently. Does not have the dragon. There's the damage coming out from Kelra. Still going to be fighting for this Lord here. Miko trying to zone out the members he can. Still comes down. Miko's going to fall. Who grabs the Lord? It's Ryzen.
Kelra!
Kelra flickers in, gets the double.
Filipino savage things. Omega knew that there was a point of no return. They had to capitalize on the fact that Wise wasn't there, and they leaned on that.
That was a great call by Omega. In the past games where you've seen Omega in that same scenario, they hesitated. They didn't hesitate there. Good dodge by Ryzen on the knockup, potentially from the Guinevere. Now Omega will be marching forward with the Lord. Gentlemen, we have to talk about this. With Omega in the lead, and potentially could get a lot of towers here, Omega winning a game against Blacklist in this playoff series means that's their first win over Blacklist the entire season.
Again, history, folks, history. And they are, what, just a few turrets away and a base from making that happen. They're going to play, starting with a feathered airstrike, just to check it. All right, so far, 3K ahead. Not exactly out of the woods just yet, but Omega should not let go of this lead.
Yeah, they can still get counter-punished
Like
hard.
this.
Oh.
This might be it. The flicker comes out. Kelra's in trouble. They find the perfect mark as they fall. Renzio still trying to capitalize on this. Miko there, focusing on Edward. Ryzen from the backside. No targets he might want to commit to here as Omega pulls back. Lord, though, top side. Blacklist International has to deal with it. Ryzen going to be hunting down the Queen. A final slash to put him away. The kick comes out too. They get the Colt Altar, and Lord is taken care of cleanly.
But they pushed that top lane tier too.
Yeah, they got something, but I think Omega know they could have gotten something way more out of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were going from great to just good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, all right, guys, it's fine. Let's just make the most out of this. But that was a beautiful call there by Blacklist International. The conceal, they got the target, and again, that's the punishment that you're up against. A Faramis and an Eve get caught in that real-world manipulation, you will get pulled back.
Dare I say that was almost Echo-like.
Yeah.
It looks like Blacklist have picked up a trick from their M4 rivals playbook.
Echo-esque.
Echo-esque.
Echo-esque. Well, as we go back to this, pretty much the reset here, right? I mean, until the next objective comes up, it's 30 seconds away. And at this point, yeah, what we've seen is Miko doing what he has to do on the trail, right? But not every time does he find the angle he's looking for. If he can happen to do that once again, leading into this Lord, or even during that Lord dance, that'd be great for Omega here.
He seems to need a little bit of help from Renzio. He needs the showstopper to set it up to get the perfect kick. But wait.
Oh, this might be here. Wise gonna fall before the Lord comes up in less than 10 seconds. Omega does it again, finding the pickoff. Stome also picking up a big item, the Divine Glaive, as they make their way for the Lord here. But you also saw, too, Ryzen took a couple hits from Owl.
Yeah.
So now they got to work out for this. Renzio being that front line here. Owl just going to focus on that mid lane. The tier 1's going to fall here. Flicker goes in. Kelra's damage has to be respected. But meanwhile, Omega easily going to secure that Lord.
Deja vu. This is the same story from the first Lord.
Yep.
Wow, and that was their version of that clapback. That beautiful play just to get a crucial pick off. Blacklist did it earlier, and Omega for the second time. They found Wise, and that looked like the signal of a team who really studied Wise's movements here, Blacklist movements, in terms of how they want to position themselves around Lord fights, leading up to the Lord even. And with that, here comes Omega, 4K gold lead. Lord marching up top. Items still neck and neck, but Omega have a few edges there. See who can get this.
It's one hell of a gambit Omega's playing with. How often do you play against a team as decorated as Blacklist and you say, you know what, why don't we pressure their most veteran player? How about we pressure Wise?
Yeah, might as well. They found him each time. Couple shots here for Owl. The feathered airstrike going to come down. Lord will fall here before reaching the turret. They did put some damage on the bottom inhibitor, but so far so good for Blacklist International defending. Not sure if Omega will be able to find the inhibitor turret, but many of these are still half health. Blacklist International holding on.
Great defense. Yeah. Clean despite the sinking of all 3 waves and that Lord crashing on through mid. Yeah. Blacklist still standing team.
Yeah, they read that really well. Miko might get caught out.
There's the feathered airstrike. The final slash was used as well. Owl there to back his team up. Oh! Real world manipulation going to come down. Ryzen will fall. Omega was looking for a moment to respond, but Blacklist International punishes them.
All right, a bit too deep there, but also a little detail we have to point out how well Oh My Venus played that. He held on to the tether of the Faramis pull for as long as he could, even waiting for the Phantom Execution, just so the Thorned Rose even, just so that once all of that is gone, he can pull him back, and they secured the kill with that.
Oh, they're gonna go in again, the flicker, but the Stampede is gonna be counterplayed. Not what Oh My Venus was looking for, so Omega survives that. They've seen that in the playbook before.
Yep, she is her. While we were talking about the Queen and then right before the Stampede attempt, so far, the Queen has been reigned the #1 top assist in the whole league.
That's a whole lot. Final slap. Oh, that's tough. Stone can't fly away from that as he falls here. Again, still about half a minute before that Lord's going to be up. Blacklist International still looking for any advantage they can get before that next Lord take.
Oh, that's tough indeed.
Did Stone walk into that?
Yeah, he did. He was just doing what he's supposed to do, which is just clear the minion waves a little bit.
And then
didn't expect that members of Blacklist would just come out of nowhere and surprise him. Caught him with his pants down.
Blind spot.
A blind spot, yeah. Have the vision there, and space open up in the bottom lane. Ryzen force a clean up there. So Blacklist know the timers that they have. They have time. Now here comes a play by Blacklist.
Okay, Wise gonna push Renzio back here. Oh My Venus as well. Flickers out, can't escape it though. Owl here having a great game on this carry. Now Lord gonna go ahead and reset, but they have the numbers advantage they were looking for.
All right, 4v5. Wave down bottom,
Oh,
taking
here
care of a
comes
kick.
Miko. He gets the kickoff. Immortality will be popped, but he's gonna be punished as well. In the backside, Edward gonna zone out Stone. Miko still on the run. Oh My Venus, one hit away. The burn is there from Ryzen as the Queen will fall.
10 seconds before Oh My Venus comes back. The Faramis passive in effect, and Blacklist International are rushing this Lord. Ryzen there to contest.
They know he does not have the retribution. This is going to be a hard battle for him. Wise going to zone them out. They find Kalra too. Lord going to be secured here by Blacklist International.
Blacklist slowly clawing back. And with that engagement, they now have the gold lead, and they also have a Luminous Lord.
The go signal for Blacklist wasn't that they got kills, wasn't that they got advantage, it was that they saw Ryzen use the retribution to commit the kill onto Oh My Venus, who had a lot of passive up, got to come back fast anyway, and this is dire straits for the Barangay as the Blacklist agents looking closer and closer to celebrating a Game 2 victory. Can Blacklist end it here?
Keep an eye on Edward. He might press a situation here with the final slash. Wise going to jump in. Inhibitor turret in the top lane. Going to fall here for Omega. Kelra has the damage here. This should be able to defend with only one tower falling, and we're back to it.
Okay, you see here the veteran wiles of Blacklist International. I believe the call was, all right, we'll take it slow. We've played against Omega for the better part of the past 3 years. We know we can do this as we slowly claw back. They decide to just take top lane inhibitor, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, well, good call there by Blacklist International. Felt like that warning shot from Keller was a warning shot that Blacklist felt. It's like, oh, okay, the Matrix is built up. You saw that one sniper hit, brought Al down to 50. Let's back up a bit.
We took it hard.
Yeah, well, we can build slowly onto this, and here comes a conceal play by Blacklist.
Conceal play gonna come in. The Queen gonna flicker in. They pull Stone. He's in trouble. Renzio trying to flicker out. Can't get it. UA grabbing the kill. He's having a massive game. And now the assault on the inhibitor in the bottom side. Owl unleashing. It's only 3 members of Smart Omega. There's the final slash that comes through with the knockup. Ryzen falls. The full force of the agents into the base. UA will fall, but the crystal is focused on.
No,
They're holding on though. No minions are there. And unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Ring the bell.
As Blacklist International waits for the minions in, gets the music going, takes us to